This is a review of the Umi Z after using vigorously for more than 3 weeks. It has been my primary phone and tested all the features. So now I'm going to give my genuine and personal experiences that I have faced with the device. By the way, if watching this video changes your mind not to go with the Umi Z, then I recommend you a far better alternative smartphone. Link is in the description below. I 100% guarantee that you will love the device primarily for the 2K display at the same price of Umi Z. So without further wasting any more time, let's review the Umi Z. Also, after reviewing towards the end, I will talk about the cons or reasons not to buy this phone. So stick around if you're interested in knowing that too. First thing first, the looks and design. Design wise, it looks very familiar to the iPhone 6s. To be precise, it looks part iPhone, part HTC. The right, it sports a volume rocker and the power button. Both are very tactile. On the left, it has a SIM card tray where you will need a SIM card ejector tool to open, which it comes with the box. The bottom edge has the loudspeaker grills and the USB ports. Yes, they are USB Type-C reversible connector. The top edge has the regular 3.5mm audio jack. Backside has the camera, dual-tone LED flash, microphone, Umi branding, and some important text. Although these may seem graphics to many, but they are not, as they are antennas for wireless communications. The front panel has a 5.5-inch display, a camera, a speaker grill for voice calls and LED notification light. Oh yes, there is also a fingerprint scanner below the screen. There are no any plastic parts on its exterior body. It is a full metal jacket device of aluminum material. The sides has been trimmed very well, so does the edges. It gives a very smooth feeling while holding. No any sharp parts. Everything is perfectly blended. Next up is the display. It comes embedded with a 5.5-inch screen which, to no surprise, is a Full HD panel. Means it has a resolution of 1920 by 100 pixels, which gives it a pixel density of 401 ppi. It has a very good amount of brightness and contrast levels. Even in direct sunlight, it is perfectly visible. Viewing angles are also great, so no complaint in the department of display. Now the most important part, the engine. This is the last smartphone from Umi before changing their brand name to Umi Z. However, interestingly, this is also the first smartphone to have the flagship Helio X27 chipset, which has an insane clock speed of 2.6 GHz. The processor is the main selling point of the device. With 4GB of RAM for multitasking and Mali T880 MP4 for gaming, it works perfectly smooth. Next up is the camera. It comes with a 13MP on the rear and a 13MP on the front as well. It has got a laser autofocus too. The camera interface is very simple with videos, face beauty, photo, pro photo and panorama as different camera modes. The most interesting part is the pro photo, which lets you manually change the saturation, brightness, contrast, exposure, ISO and white balance like the way we do with a DSLR. In the settings, there are self-timer, sound, GPS location, size, voice capture, face detection, and the flicker and laser autofocus. And yes, it can record videos in 4K resolution at 30 FPS. There is also a time-lapse mode where you can basically select the time and the camera will automatically create the time-lapse video. Now, how is the quality of the camera? Well, I cannot judge it for you because it only matters to the eyes of the beholder. But from a technical standpoint, I can assure you that this is by far the best from a not so major Chinese smartphone manufacturer. The colors are good, the brightness, contrast and saturation as well. The dynamic range is also very decent. Overall, I can safely say that the camera performance is quite good. But if you start comparing with the flagships of iPhone, Galaxy, Xperia and others, it is well behind them, but definitely stays at where it should be without compromising the quality considering its price tag. How about the software? Without any surprise, it comes with Android Marshmallow out of the box. There is no any third-party interfaces or bloatwares that runs on the background. It is a very clean software which provides a stock Android experience. Now the big question, will the company provide software update for upgrading the software to Android Nougat? And this is something very important as many users cares about the software. Now my direct and straightforward answer is yes. Umi Z have also clearly mentioned that the device will receive software updates for Android Nougat. Also, by the way, Umi is posting software updates on security and minor bugs every now and then, so that's a very good sign for consumers. The battery comes with 3780 mAh capacity, which is more than the current 3000 mAh for most average smartphones. So with 3780, you can expect the device to keep it powered for more than a day. However, extreme gamers might need to recharge more than once during a day. Also, there is a fast battery charging feature which you can charge the device in just 100 minutes from 0% to 100% with a supplied 2.5 Ah adapter. Umi says charging for 30 minutes will give a day of usage, however that is possible only for a normal user. Fingerprint scanner, accelerometer, ambient light sensor, gravity sensor, gyroscope, hall sensor, proximity sensor in e-compass are all the important sensors that it has. The fingerprint scanner is powered by the front touch ID 2.1, which is decently fast in responding and also in recognizing as well. However, the fingerprint scanner is not a physical button, means you can only touch and not press. A long touch will show the recent open apps and one touch will take you to the home. Navigational buttons are placed on the screen which remains hidden until you swipe upwards from the bottom edge. There are two SIM card slots which supports 4G VoLTE for making voice calls over 4G LTE networks. Other wireless features includes Bluetooth, hotspot, dual band Wi-Fi at 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz as well. Wired connectivity includes USB Type-C reversible connector and USB OTG cable and regular 3.5 mm audio port. Browsing the web is smooth without any lags. Audio quality is fairly loud than most Chinese devices. So now the cons or reasons not to buy. The first is the absence of a dedicated memory card slot and it uses one of the SIM card slot. Second is it has no slow motion video capture. Third, the camera bumped. However, nothing affects or limits the device though. And finally, the absence of a dedicated navigational touch buttons. Now, the decision to buy or not. So at the end, is it worth the price? Yes, in every sense. With 4GB of RAM, 64GB internal and the Helio X27, it's worth every penny. However, if in case you are looking for a better alternative smartphone, something like a 2K display at around the same price tag, then I recommend you to follow the link in the description below. I highly recommend that's an alternative. So check those links. Bye bye, stay safe and take care. See you again.